26, please. Nidraya lokavartaya sabdaderapi vismute Vachinnavasaram dattva Chintayatmanam Mata pitrormalodbhutam Mansamayam vapuh Tyaktva chandalavaduram Brahmi bhuya kruto bhava. Oh, by now you have understood the importance of contemplation, where you see the truth of every word that you pick up. As already you have seen the example, which Shankara himself wrote, however fragrant the sandal wood may be, soaked in water, it will stink like any other wood. But the same sandalwood, when you start rubbing the fragrance, rubbing with water, the fragrance comes up. So the idea is that the student, the person who is searching for this knowledge, should never allow himself to be soaked in information, but to rub his mind with information. Questioning every statement, every idea, every thought, which includes naturally questioning your every identity, the image that you have got about yourself, so that ultimately you see as to who you are. No roles create you. An actor is meant, understand it, actor is not created by the role. The roles are meant for the actor. So you are already there. So instead of understanding the meaning of a single word called I, if you are picking up new habits, new information, that is where you are picking up new identity. Picking up a new identity, however glamorous, however exotic it may be, is not solving the problem. You see the truth of the one single word, I. And thereafter, every word that you pick up, you see the meaning of it. Or else, soaked in word, the I will take tremendous pride and be totally arrogant as to how much he knows about himself, but does not know himself. Knowing about yourself is a lot of information you pick up. Knowing yourself, you don't need a word, just like anything in the world. This flower doesn't exist because of a name. Not because you call it Padma, Kamala, Abjava, Abja, the lotus. Not because of that the flower is existing. Because the flower is existing, names are given. Instead of seeing the flower, if you go on picking the names of the flower, you will be very informed, but you will never enjoy the fragrance of the lotus, the beauty of the flower. Exactly in the same way. When I, the individuality, instead of going to the root of himself, picks up all the informations, that is where it becomes, when he picks up the Shastra, you become a Shastri. A learned scholar, but you have not seen the truth of yourself. So soaked in water, as even the sandal will stink, soaked with information, you too shall stink with simple arrogance. That is why contemplation. Going to the root of a single word, Aham, Om, Atma, Brahma, Satyam, Sat, Chit, anything you say. And once you see the root of it, all words mean the same thing. Because, please, as I ended the class in the morning, and that was telling you, you at no time, yourself is a memory. You are always with yourself. Please remember. I'll explain it very clearly. If you don't understand, ask me. I'll repeat it again. It's not how many books we cover, how many verses we cover. It's how much you grasp. You are the subject. That is why, if you don't focus it properly, see it correctly, you can lose in the jungle of informations. So many informations. Practices, much more dangerous. As even information can make you feel proud that you are a learned person, practices can make you feel very extraordinary. Like a runner, a pole vault person, artist, athlete, gymnast. They can do things which nobody can do. Same thing practice. I can hold my nose for 2 hours. I can stick up in my belly for half an hour. I can bury myself underground for 2 months or 15 days or 5 minutes, 20 minutes. These are all exotic, glamorous, exhibitionistic stuff. The person thinks he has achieved something extraordinary. All these things pale into insignificance when you recognize the truth about yourself. Who you are is not a practice, not a word, not a thought, not a role. It's not a memory, please understand. It's not a memory. Memory means what? Memory is, the thought is existing, object is far away in time and space. I am giving you the simplest explanation, please grasp it. Memory means the thought is present to you, with you, but the object of thought is far away in time and space. Your school days, depending on your age, 30 years back, 40 years back, 20 years back, 60 years back. Distance in time, also place. It may be another continent, in this country some other state, far away from this place. It's a memory, childhood memory. This lotus at this moment when you are looking at it, it's not a memory. Why? Because as the thought is, the object is. Are you getting that point? It's not a memory now, it's a perception. Perception becomes a memory. Are you getting that? Watch it, understand it clearly. Perception becomes a memory. At this moment, when I am seeing it, lotus, it is a perception. It's not a memory, perception. The moment I look this way, take the flower somewhere, now sight is a memory. Why? The object is not there. Now the picture is continuing, lingering in my mind, but the object is gone. Memory. Father is gone. Memory lingering. Friend is gone, husband gone, wife gone, child gone, somebody gone, known person gone. Memory lingers, person is there. That becomes a memory. When the object is and the thought is, it can never be the memory, right? Are you getting that point? Do you get that logic? When the object is and perception is no more it's not a memory, okay? Now, yourself, the consciousness, can never become a memory. Because when you say the word aham, and what it stands for. Is it far away? Thought of a car in your head, think of a car, is a memory because object is far away. Your father, person is far away. Your home, the house is far away. Aham, Atma. What it stands for, is it far away? It can never become a memory. A thought is just when I do not know myself, a simple word becomes as though you have memorized the words, the names, because it doesn't mean anything to you. That is why when a person doesn't know anything, he can carry thousands of words, information in his head, but it means nothing. Whereas when you see who you are, you look at yourself and you go on describing how much? As long as you like. Because you are continuously seeing it. That is yourself. That is your being. That is why this teaching does not need preparation. My friends one day asked me, when I went back to the university where I was studying, they asked me, what is there? You have been teaching there, you could have been teaching here with us. Why did you go? Simple. You are teaching there some subject. You could be teaching here. What is the big deal? I laughed. I said, big deal is simple. Here in the university, what you teach and who you are, there is a dichotomy, there is a difference. When you teach mathematics, you are not mathematics. When you teach history, you are not history. When you teach literature, you are not literature. That is why you have to prepare for the class. Because the subject is continuously changing. History continuously changing. Physics, chemistry, new discoveries, new principles, new growth in the knowledge, development in the knowledge. So naturally you have to keep yourself up to date. If you do not keep yourself abreast with the growth of the knowledge, you become obsolete. You are no more a professor on time, in tune with the time. You are sometimes, somewhere existing in past. It means nothing. Whereas, here in this knowledge, what I teach and who I am, one and the same. I am the happiness, I talk about happiness. I am the freedom, talk about the freedom. No preparation needed because it doesn't change from time to time. It doesn't change from place to place. Anytime, anywhere. Midnight, kick up from the bed and say, who are you? Brahman. Always aware of yourself. So there is a difference between what you teach and what you are in objective knowledge. In this knowledge, who you are and what you teach, one and the same. So just describe yourself. Is there a greater pleasure than self-glorification? There is no greater pleasure than self-glorification. Therefore, a teacher is always on a high. If he understands himself, is absolute self-glorification. Only difference is, when I glorify myself as a professor, you may not be one. When I glorify myself as a rich man, you may not be rich. When I glorify my poverty, you may be rich and feeling bad about it. When I glorify my contact with other people, you may not like it because you are not so highly connected. But when I glorify myself, the absolute happiness, everybody revels in it because that is everybody's nature. That is why in this knowledge, it is such a blessing. Absolute socialism. Communists at its best. Communism at its best. Because everybody is absolutely wonderful. Don't make communist idea is make the rich poor. So that everybody is poor, poverty is distributed. Here, the idea is make everybody infinity. So that everybody is infinite. You see the beauty? A socialism in a different mode. Absolute mode. That is why your focus is on words. Because focus on words and seeing the meaning of it, what it is, not just picking up the word. So who you are can never be a memory, because when the word is and the object is far away, are you getting that? That becomes information. Listen, it's beautiful. When the word is and object is far away, it is information. That is why knowledge has a first step, if you can call a first step. First you pick up information on Himalayas. The word is there, object is not there. That is first information, words. If you want to convert that information to knowledge, what should you do? Go to Himalayas. Thousands of miles. Travel, and what you pick up, now convert it to knowledge, because words and the object is now connected. Right. When it's come to about yourself, first suppose you pick up information. Aham Brahmasmi, I am the absolute, I am the happiness. To convert this happiness, this information to knowledge, where should we go? Himalayas. Underground. Not only where in space, what time you should have it? Midnight, 12 o'clock only. Early morning 3. All times, all places you are there. To convert the information about yourself to knowledge, where should we go? No travel in space. When should we go? No travel in time. Because all times, all places you are available, already existing. Just be yourself. There is no distance. So information about other subjects can later be converted into knowledge. Because you have to cover distance. No? You have heard about Niagara Falls, but you have to wait until you go to America or Canada. You might have heard about the safari in the African jungle, but you have to wait until you go there. When you listen to the truth about yourself, where should you wait? How long should you wait? Instantaneous. So the moment you listen to the words, there is no distance between what you are hearing, the words that you hear, and what it stands for. That is why, please understand. In fact, it is so peculiar and so easy. Here, in other subject, understand, my head is splitting. In a sense, fantastic idea. In other subjects, you may pick up the words first, then the objects are far away. Like a child when we are growing, we study geography. We know about all countries, all continents, all climates, but we have not crossed the border of our village. Most of the subjects are like that. You pick up all informations, but everything is far away. In case of this knowledge, who you are is always there. You are waiting for informations about it. Are you getting that point, sir? Who you are is always there. Who you are is always infinity, always the consciousness, always immortal, and always experiencing it. Experiencing it not as an object. Are you getting that? I have told you already. Remember that example. Do you see this flower? You are seeing this flower. Flower goes, but seeing continues. Are you conscious of seeing? Yes, eyes are seeing. Now close your eyes. Are you seeing? No. Are you experiencing the closure of the eyes? Yes. So you are experiencing the seeing with eyes open. You are experiencing not seeing with eyes closed. Are you getting that? You are experiencing the sound with the ears open. You are experiencing not hearing the sound with ears closed. That experiencing you cannot take away. That is why blind man also cannot be unconscious. Deaf also cannot be unconscious. Are you getting that? Deaf is as conscious as the person who listens. The blind is as conscious as the person who sees. But the only thing is, the blind is unconscious of the thoughts of the sights. The deaf is unconscious of the thoughts about the sound. But he is conscious. Are you getting that point, please? He is conscious. So all the time it is there. But names have not been given. Description comes later. In case of other knowledge, descriptions come first. Information comes first. Knowledge comes later. May not come also. It may come. Everybody doesn't go to New York, you know. Everybody doesn't go to Australia. Everybody doesn't go to Antarctica or North Pole. And there are many things which will never go. Stars, planets. Will you ever go? Anybody? Very soon you may go to moon. Tourist. Mars tourism, moon tourism will begin slowly. It's not that impossible now. It will all begin now. Distant stars, that will take a long, long time. But this is, it can happen. But whatever it is, there are many things you know in life. You get informed which you will never experience. Here, the peculiarity is something which you are always experiencing, but you die without information. How pathetic. You are immortal, but nobody informed you about it. You are the happiness, nobody informed about it. Rather, what they do it? At least if you are not informed about it, it's better. But what happens is, the person who gives you more information on yourself, instead of telling you who you are, he is putting you into practices, getting you into words. This is, understand, like a jewelry, you know. People take pride in collecting jewelry, antiques, jewelries, you know, all that, very, very nice. Another person who is just beautiful, he is handsome or is beautiful, he is just nice person. As they say, if you have got beautiful qualities, bhushanena kim, gunam asti chet, if you have got good qualities, you don't need good dresses. Why? People look through it. Understand? If you have that, you don't, you know, if the good qualities are there, what? Why do you need the good dress? Because it is always there with you. Same thing also, when you are with yourself, nothing is needed except for survival. But what happens, unfortunately, people pick up these ideas. To be proud of the information, practices and other things. Like, there was a king in China. The story is a Confucian story. A king in China, and he wanted a wise man in his court to be prime minister. So he sent the courtiers, go around the country, get the person. And then they, after some time, they go and reach a village, after a long search. They see one man, there is a little island-like thing and a little water everywhere. And the man sitting down with just a piece of cloth and fishing. Seemed to be very relaxed and fishing. Then all these courtiers went and said, are you the man everybody talks about? Are you the hermit everybody talks about? He said, yeah, I don't know, they may be talking about, yeah, but what do you want? He said, no, we want, the king has sent a message that you must go there and occupy the position of the prime minister. He laughed loud and he said, no, something must be wrong. Okay, can you tell me whether it is true or not, what I have heard? He said, yes, sir. They say, on the altar of the king's house, there is a huge turtle shell, diamond encrusted. Is it true? He said, yes. Is it true that once in a year, the whole royal family as well as the courtiers, they go and pay tribute to that shell, that turtle shell. Yes. Then he said, do you see this turtle here on the water? He said, yes. Will this one like to be in that position? This turtle which is playing around, hanging around under the water, will he like to be in that position? He said, of course not. Tell the king, I too am not interested. Just listen. Why? The person is enjoying freedom. Just a story, because every story has two sides. Now suddenly therefore say, Prime Minister's position is useless, King's position is useless. Then if King's position is useless, who will protect the king, protect the whole kingdom, enforce the law and order for the wise man to sit down and fish in peace? You must always take the other side. You know, simply take, see that, how great the person is, he even renounces the offer of the king. Okay, but if the king is not there is no law and order situation, which wise man is even sitting down and peacefully fishing? Some fool will come and take your fishing rod and break it and get out of my place. Why? Dada, he is the local gunda. I mean, he is the local mafia. Get out. Don't do that. Just to highlight a point. A living turtle is far better than a diamond encrusted placement on the supreme altar. Living wisdom is much more important than collection of information. Living wisdom. You are the living one. Absolutely beautiful. Think for yourself. That is why every information that you pick up, please understand, who you are is not a memory. Because memory is when the thought is, object is far away. In case of this, where the thought is, what it stands for is immediate. When the word is spoken, what it stands for is immediate. The name, the thought, and what it stands for. Aham the word, aham the thought, and what it stands for. I the word, I the thought, and what it stands for. Inseparable. At no time the name silence can be away from the silence it stands for. Are you getting that point? At no time the name silence can be away from what it stands for. Right? But in case of a sound, the word thunder is far away from the real thunder. You understand that point? When you say the word thunder, what it stands for is seasons away. It may or may not come. But when you say the word flute, the sound of the flute, far away from the what it stands for. When you say the word silence, how far it is from what it stands for? How far any sound is away from the silence? I thought, I the word. And what it stands for? Immediate. And how far is any thought from consciousness? Nothing stands at a distance. There is no distance between consciousness and anything in this universe. In and through everything. You have seen that, enough of that logic before. Observe. Again and again. So nice it is. So, without succumbing to sleep, mindless discussion, lokavarta, nidra, lokavarta and sabdadi, experiences of everything, sensation of everything. Vismrutena avasaram dattva, never giving chance to forgetfulness. You continue to be yourself. As I told you, the sleep is opposed to samadhi. Meaning, suppose means you fall in love with sleep. So much forgetful that you don't want to be conscious. Lokavarta should not unnecessarily discuss because it leads to vikshepa. When you discuss about cinema, you like to go to a movie. After discussing about food, where do you end up? Meditation center, huh? Nothing. If you discuss on food, you discuss on market, just heavily an animated discussion, naturally thereafter your mind will tell you, go. That is why. Unnecessary gossip. Not all times to come. When you are preparing, are you getting that? When you are sitting down to abide in yourself, are you getting that point, please? A child is told not to do certain thing. Why? Because it distracts him from studying. Once you finish, you decide what to do. Are you getting that? Discipline, you must understand it clearly. Discipline is not to stifle the growth of a person. Discipline is to help the growth of a person. When a tree is planted, take this example. When the tree is planted, you put a tree guard around it. Why? Is it to stifle the growth of the tree? No, to protect it from the goats and the cows and the, pranksters, human beings, simply mindless fellows. Simply pluck and go. So to keep them away from these type of things, you put a tree guard. When the tree grows up to 20 feet, does the tree guard goes up to 20 feet? It has grown beyond the guard. Are you getting that? As a child, when you are growing up, there are so many restrictions and there should be restriction. I was talking to a young group, understand this point, same things I was talking to them. When a child is growing up, it is like a small tree planted. Put a tree guard of disciplines. Don't do this, do this. Why? Because there are goats, cows of human beings. They will snap you, nip you in the bud. Abuse. Why they say don't touch another person? Namaste, no hugging. Because from hugging, you don't know what is the next stage. Chances are. What is distance? Namaskar. What happens? You are there, I am there. Enough respect. Thank you. Respectful distance. But nowadays the new style is what? Whoever it is, whether a son, daughter, mother, husband, father, is that school. That's school. But then everybody, everywhere else. Why? You want to show your intimacy. Yes, nothing wrong, but you know where it leads. God knows. Chances are. Appreciate. There are certain rules they say. Then when you are growing up, don't be alone with that boy or a girl. Don't be alone. Immediately so, very conservative, very orthodox. True. Hey, it is orthodoxy if your age is 17 also, 27 and 37. If you pick the same thing, then it is orthodoxy. It is like certain theologies. Even if you are 35, 37 also, no man, don't look. Don't do that. The beauty of this thing is, until you are growing up, you have got a safeguard. Are you getting that? Once you are grown up, the guard doesn't go up. The tree guard doesn't grow up. Thereafter, you decide. Are you getting that point? When you are grown up, you decide. If you are permanently barred from a man or woman, then something wrong. For certain stage, certain age, that barrier has to be there. Because that helps in your growth. Or else, you can be nipped in the bud. Same thing. When you are studying, don't unnecessarily discuss anything with anybody. Why? Because unnecessary vikshepa, projection. You may not be able to deal with that vikshepa. With one thought, you will be out of the place. Understand? With one thought you are inside it, with another thought you are outside it. One thought. And especially with the habit that with which you come from, it may lead to chain reactions. One day I did, no? So what is wrong? Second time also, third time also. Suddenly you are finished. Watch out. Same thing, sabdaderapi. Not only discussing all these things with people, sabdaderapi. Even avoid seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, everything. Avoid as far as possible. Why? Because anukula pratikula abhyam, sabda anukula, sabda pratikula. Sparsha anukula, sparsha pratikula. Suppose a sound is very comfortable and soothing, it will create a vikshepa. More. If it is not very comforting, why did I listen to this? Are you getting that? Unnecessary reactions which you don't have to deal with. That is why the life is protected from some time. Are you getting that? This is the reason. Not because something wrong with the sound, something wrong with the touch. The orthodoxy, the religious orthodoxy will say paint everybody black and everything black. No. In this knowledge, nothing is painted black. You are a weakling at this moment. We are helping you to grow strong. Grow strong and go to the objective world. Grow strong and go to the world of object, or else you shall be eaten up. Why do you become a top driver before you go to the road? Because if you don't know correct driving, you shall mess up the whole drive. So see to it that you are not an elbow driver. That is why when you come to this knowledge, a particular uniform, a white, green, yellow, red, something like that, why? Elbowed. You remember, others also remember. Hey, this fellow we should not talk cinema. Brahmachari, you know. Don't talk to him cinema. Your dress protects you. Are you getting that point, please? Your dress protects you. They will not offer you things. Understand? They'll invite you for a speech. But when it comes to the dinner, naturally, Swamiji, will you like to have the dinner? And I know what it is coming there. There will be flow of wine will be there and other everything will be there. Then naturally, if I go there, what will happen? Everybody will feel restricted. I know they have been very kind to ask me to come. And I should be very kind to tell him, thank you so much. I'm going home. Somewhere. So they are happy, I am happy. Unnecessary confusing people. So they will not offer. That is why Sabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha also for some time withdraw. Why? So that there is no unnecessary projection to deal with. And once you are a master, what should you do? You protect your line. You make up your line. Your discipline. Are you getting that? Thereafter nobody tells you, you should do this, you should not do this. No. There is no such stuff. Once you are a master, then you see what it is, how you should live. That is where comes freedom. The trouble with all this new age stuff is, in the name of Guru, the disciples live freedom. And when the Guru is gone, the disciples are destroyed. Because freedom is not guaranteed by somebody. Freedom to be discovered in yourself. In the name of somebody, if you live a wild life, in the name of a philosophy, if you live a wild life, you shall be continuously threatened by the possibility of the person who is granting you that freedom. When he is gone, she is gone, you don't know what to do. And if there is a philosophy who is granting you freedom, you shall be absolutely mortified, frightened if that is challenged and dismissed. That is why you have to watch out. A freedom is something which you find within yourself. That is why nobody makes you happy or unhappy. You are free with yourself. Okay? So these things, all these things, at no time you should ever give your chance to be forgetful. Every time, absolutely conscious. And now, having told this, now he gives you some yak. Yak means for still an idiotic mind. Guys who, hey, look, when your skin is very tender and nice, healthy skin, put a little warmth, how do you feel? Oh, it's burning. Suppose there is a wound and there is scab around the wound, you will feel comfortable with fire. More fire also comes, your body will not feel it because there is a big scab. So when you feel it, you will feel comfortable. In fact, you feel comfortable. When there is a scab or wound like that type of thing, when somebody puts hot water, such a relief. But suppose a pure, beautiful skin and hot water, warm water, you cannot take it because it's very, very thing. Like that. When your mind is very sensitive, examples like this, finished. Yes, when the skin, when the log of wood is soaked in water, it stings. It must be rubbed. True. So you understand, get the line, move on. But some mind are so dense. Even if you tell these things, still you will feel attracted by the body. To such people, now these wonderful examples are coming. And what is the example? Where you give, and it's such an example, look at this body. He makes you look at this body like dirt. What to do? If a person doesn't understand easily the limitation of the body, you use that language. So when you appreciate what it is, you don't care for this type of language because like somebody, you say, please go out of this place. There are some people so sensitive, the moment it is announced, please go out of the place, they get up and go. There are some people who linger. Please go out of the place. Oh, hey, he has told already second time, no? Please go out of the place. So other 2, 3, 4 will go. The another 1, 2, they will be still lingering until they are told, please get out of this place. What do you think of that mind? There are some so sensitive, please go out. And he goes. Please go out of the place. Some other go. Others, please get out of this place. There are still somebody who will be waiting to be knocked out of the place. So sensitive. Are you getting that? Same type of mind also. Somebody understands it that easily. This body is limited. Now, you understand. You have it, you are not it. True. Some people, even that doesn't go into the skull. So this language. Mata pitra malodbhutam malamansamayam bapuhu. Look at this body. Malamansamaya. It is full of flesh and dirt. Mala. All dirt. So when you are very sensitive, will you say language is very strong? No. The person who is sensitive, he can take any language. Yes, true. This is full of flesh, mala, dirt. If you take away all the dirt from the body, total dehydration. Kidney overworking. Finished. Intestine overworking. Dirt. How do you feel after that? That's what it is. Malaman samaya bapu. Born out of what? The dirt from the mother and the father. Meaning, the sperm and the egg meeting. How will you, suppose somebody has spit it, will you touch it? You see some sperm on the road. How do you like it? Oh, beautiful. Just take an example. You understand, it's like a operation. In an operation theatre, there is nothing, dirt. Are you getting that? A doctor who is operating, suppose, I won't touch blood, then don't be a surgeon. If you are a surgeon, you better touch every nonsense. If you are a dentist, what all type of tooth you have to face? If you have got a person who is dirt, full of the ear is full of dirt, pus, infection, body sometimes infected, worms, maggots. How do you like these descriptions? Beautiful, no? How nice it is. But that's what life is. Some people need that description. Just like to prevent somebody from smoking, you have to show them the lungs perforated. Have you seen a perforated lungs? It's like a horror movie. It's like a horror movie. Because of a chewing pan, betel nut. The people develop the skin cancer, the tooth cancer, this whole cheek gets removed. There is a hole here. And in a railway station once, I was walking few years back, one boy, when a man like that, elderly person, comes and stands near the children. Children run out of here. Parents give the fellow 2 paisa quickly, some money, so that the children are kept nice. Can you believe? Because when you look at that, it's like a horror movie. So to show somebody, you should not chew pan, you show them that picture. Because that person, mind, needs that heavy electric shock. So these verses are like that. One who talks about Satchidananda, Brahmam, Sarvam, Khaluidam Brahma, everything is Brahman, pure awareness, all pervasive. Is it necessary to speak that language? Because everywhere there is beauty, everywhere there is immortality. But because the person's mind is so stupid, this type of language is told. Hey, this body which you are adoring is full of dirt. Tyaktva chandalava duram brahmi bhuya kruto bhava kruti bhava. Chandalava duram. Chandala means what? A Chandala, please understand. This is the language which has destroyed people. People think Chandala is a caste. No. One who is eating dog, how do you like him? Nowadays that also you cannot say. Why? Koreans eat dog. If you say dog, understand? Meaning people with dirty habits. People with dirty habits. Somebody is playing with the dirt, somebody playing with this, suppose somebody has gone to, he is cleaning the sewage and he comes up and he is a good friend. Hello, how are you? Give him a hug. Will you give a hug? Why are you not giving him a hug? Oh, he's untouchable. Amma. So that time when he is with that poshak, that dress, he is untouchable. Are you getting that point, please? So it's not that a person is not permanently outlawed or permanently condemned. No. That is why the caste system is misunderstood. Anyway, as when a person who is engaged in something very dirty, you don't want to touch him, keep him far away. Same thing also. Brahmi bhuya kruti bhava. Keeping this body far away. Meaning, don't say, I am the body. You have the body at your disposal. So see that for yourself. Body shall be body. Be the bodiless awareness, enjoy the body. Be the changeless, enjoy the changes. Be immortal, enjoy mortality. Are you getting that point? Be the truth, absolute. Then enjoy the relative world. And in the relative world, this one will happen. And by chance you get lost, this language is used for you. What are you getting lost in? Dirt. Oh, okay. Just like you see the image of perforated lungs. Okay? I've been told this, then he says, now, one is enough. Now he says, beautiful example, comes back again. Ghatakasam mahakase Ivatmanam paratmani. Vilapya khanda bhavene tushnim bhava sada mune. Ghatakasho mahakase Ivatmanam paratmani. Vilapya khanda bhavene tusnim bhava sada mune. See, now the teacher is invoking the student in the language, Hey Mune, Muni, Hey Mananasilavan, O contemplative one. He doesn't say a disciple, no. O contemplative one, a Muni. Muni means Mananasilavan. Muni does not mean Dadiwala, long beard, flowing beard. That is not Muni. Rishi. Rishi means Rishanti, Jananti, iti, Rishi. Those who know the truth. Rishis don't know the truth. Those who know the truth, they are Rishis. Don't say, I'm an ordinary person, how can I know the truth? Only Rishis know the truth. Nonsense. Rishis are also ordinary. When they know the truth, they became Rishi. Not that Rishis know the truth. Where is the specimen Rishi? Is there any Rishi born? There is no Rishi born. A Rishi is, when you recognize, like engineer, anybody born engineer? Born engineer. This fellow is a born doctor. You don't understand. This fellow is born smoker. He came with a bidi in his mouth. When he was born, puffing, he came from the mother's womb. Correct. This fellow is born drunkard. With a bottle in mouth, he came. Anybody? Nobody is born wise, don't worry. And by chance somebody is born wise, he is not your ideal, forget him. That is why no incarnation is your ideal. Why? Because he has a different language. Suppose a person starts with nothing and becomes rich. He is ideal for every poor man. The person is born to riches, is he an ideal? Nonsense. That is why God is not your ideal. Very stupid statement it sounds, no? Ayo, what is this? How can God be not your ideal? True. How can God be my ideal? Because He is God. He is everything. He has no problem. That is why these manly gods nowadays, you are worshipping stupid things, is no ideal. Because anybody has extraordinary power, immediately shall say, oh, he can afford to be like that, he is extraordinarily powerful, he was born with that. But when you see another person, born like me, ignorant like me, idiot like me, arrogant like me, stupid like me, now he understands, smart like anybody else. Oh boy, if he could do it, why can't I? That is why the moment you divinize a man, you dehumanize billions of human beings. The moment, are you getting that? The moment you divinize one guy, you deify one person, you dehumanize millions of people because thereafter the chance is over. Because only such guys can know the truth. It becomes very dangerous. Understand? Person who is born to riches is no ideal for somebody. The person who started with nothing, but by sheer hard work comes up in life. If you know he can do it, I can do it. Same thing. Nobody is born wise. Everybody is born ignorant. You are born because you are ignorant. That you are born, the sign of your ignorance. And then you understand that you are never born. Ajaha, nityaha, unborn, eternal I am. So this is the Rishi. So he tells now, Hey Muni, see, when the child comes, what he says? You are, even from you remember the first verses? When he was addressing that, Ajnana yogat paramatmanastava tataiva bandha tataiva sansruti. How beautiful. Hey Paramatman. The student comes first day and the teacher doesn't address an idiot. No. Hey Paramatman. Because of her Ajnana yogat, your involvement with ignorance, you are bound, feeling bound. And therefore you feel there is a change, some Shruti, moving from place to experience, life to life, birth to birth, death to death. Then he teaches him. And after teaching him, what he addresses? Hey Muni, hey Mananasilavan, do this. Ghatakasam mahakasa iva atmanam paratmani bilapya akhanda bhavena tushnim bhava. Akhanda bhavena tushnim bhava. Tushni bhava is beautiful. Tushnim bhava. Absolutely be contented, quiet with yourself. Tushnim. How? Ghatakasam mahakasa iva. Like pot space, you merge in the total space. Please tell me, friends, to visualize the pot space is part of the total space. Is it necessary to break the pot? Huh? Does the pot ever separate the infinite space with finite space in the pot? In fact, pot is finite, space is infinity, even when it is in the pot. So to merge the pot space to total space, where should you merge it? In your skull. I don't want to say brain. Inside you have to do that. Why? Because at no time there is separation between total space and pot space. You have separated it in your head. Now you resolve it in your head. Now instead of resolving my head, I am breathing. Very good. I am chanting. I am singing. Are you getting that? You have to... You understand what I am talking? Oh God. The separation is in your head. You need a pot, we need the pot space. We need the pot of a body, we need the consciousness here. But the consciousness here doesn't separate from the total consciousness. Like that. Paratmani, atmanam, atmani, paratmani bilapya. As been ghatakasam, mahakase bilapya. You resolve the pot space in total space. Same thing, resolve the truth here, consciousness everywhere. Separation appears because of the physical body. As been the pot really doesn't separate the total space from the pot space. The separation is in your head. Same thing. The physical body doesn't separate the Atma from the Brahman. It never separates the indivisible pure consciousness. Division is in your head. That is why think it out. When you see it, resolve it. So to resolve the pot space with the total space, you don't have to break the pot, you don't have to kill your body, remove your thought, in fact dismiss any thought, any idea to be one with the absolute. So, what should you do? Tushnim bhava, chupchap baitho. Meaning, just be yourself. You can't do anything. Yes. To counteract these wrong ideas, you think. That is why teaching is not simplicity. Teaching is such a way to counteract the wrong ideas. We don't touch the pot, but you resolve the separation. You don't touch the world, but resolve the separation. Can you open this? Come on. Can you open this? Can you open this knot? Can you open? Everybody can open. Huh? See, you have opened it, but the knot is still there, no? The knot is visible as a knot, but it is opened. Why? Because it is opened in your head. Therefore, choice is yours to open or not to open. Anytime you want to open it, come and open it. Because you have already opened in your head, no? Should you open it physically? So, visible as a knot, opened inside. Visible as the creation, body, mind, everything, opened inside. What a marvelous thing, eh? So, be that. Close your eyes. The situations remaining the same. You have opened it all inside. Always at freedom with yourself. Creation continues with all its divisions and varieties. You have seen the indivisible, invariable, in your own self-awareness. And that is God in you. Oh.